What if I told you that the one thing most women over 60 do every single morning in front of their mirror is actually the very thing quietly adding years to their face? And the worst part? Nobody talks about it. Not your makeup artist. Not your friends. Not even those fancy beauty magazines that claim to know everything about aging gracefully. These are not the obvious mistakes you've already heard 1,000 times. These are the ones hiding in plain sight, the ones that seem completely harmless, maybe even helpful, but are slowly working against everything you're trying to achieve. And before you think, oh, I probably don't do any of these, stick with me until the end, because mistake number 3? Almost every woman I know has been doing it for decades and has absolutely no idea it's a problem. Stay right here. This one is going to change the way you look at your mirror forever. Welcome back to Timeless Glow Club, the only space on the internet where women over 60 come to look absolutely radiant without spending a fortune doing it. If this is your very first time here, oh, we are so glad you found us. You have just stumbled into a community of real, beautiful, confident women who believe that your best years are not behind you. They are happening right now. And to our returning queens who keep showing up week after week, you already know how we do things here. We keep it real, we keep it fun, and we keep it budget-friendly. So thank you for coming back. This family keeps growing and it is entirely because of you. Now before we dive in, I want to ask you for one tiny favor. If you are watching this and you are not yet subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on your notification bell, so you never miss a single tip we drop here. We post new videos regularly, and every single one is made specifically with you in mind. Women over 60 who deserve to feel seen, celebrated, and absolutely gorgeous every single day. Alright, are you ready? Let's get into it because these 5 mistakes are ones you will want to fix starting today. Now I want you to do something for me real quick. Think about your morning makeup routine. Every single step of it. The products you reach for, the order you apply them, the techniques you have been using for years. Got it in your head? Good. Because by the time we finish this video, you are going to look back at that routine and see it completely differently. And I promise you, the changes you will want to make are not complicated, they are not expensive, and they do not require you to throw everything away and start from scratch. Small shifts. Massive difference. That is what Timeless Glow Club is all about. Let us start with mistake number 1. Mistake number 1. Using foundation as your starting point. Now I know what you are thinking. Foundation first, that is just how makeup works. And for most of your life, that made perfect sense. But here is what changes as skin matures. And this is something the beauty industry is very quiet about because it would cost them sales. Mature skin, especially skin over 60, has lost a significant amount of its natural moisture and elasticity. When you apply foundation directly onto skin that has not been properly prepped, that foundation does not sit on top of your face. It sinks into every fine line, every pore, every dry patch, and it grabs onto them like Velcro. The result is that your foundation ends up emphasizing the very things you are trying to soften. Here is what actually works. Before any foundation touches your face, your skin needs what I like to call a slip layer. A good hydrating primer, or even just a few drops of a lightweight facial oil mixed into your moisturizer, creates a smooth surface that lets your foundation glide over the skin rather than cling to it. And the difference you will see is not subtle. It is the kind of difference that makes people ask you what you have been doing differently. You do not need an expensive primer either. There are wonderful drugstore options that work just as beautifully as the high-end ones. And we have talked about several of them right here on this channel. The key takeaway for mistake number 1 is this. Foundation is not the beginning of your makeup routine. Hydration is. Always hydration first. Mistake number 2. Drawing your brows instead of building them. Eyebrows are honestly one of the most powerful features on your face. They frame everything. They communicate emotion. They can make you look alert, youthful, and polished without a single other thing on your face. But here is where so many women unknowingly go wrong. As we age, our brows naturally thin out, sometimes dramatically, and the instinct is to draw them back in. To take a pencil and create a defined line where the brow used to be, and that drawn-on solid line look? It is one of the fastest ways to make your face look older and more severe than you actually are. even when the intention is the complete opposite. The technique that actually works is building your brows in small, hair-like strokes rather than a single line. This mimics how real brow hairs grow and creates a softness that a drawn line simply cannot achieve. You want to fill in the gaps rather than outline the whole shape. Think of it less like drawing and more like you are simply waking up hairs that have gone a little quiet. A good spoolie brush to brush your brows upward before you fill them in also makes a remarkable difference. It lifts the face immediately and adds a natural fullness that looks effortless. And the color matters too. Many women over 60 automatically reach for a brow product that matches their hair color. But slightly going one shade lighter than your hair color tends to look far more natural and youthful on mature skin. Mistake number 3. Using matte everything because you think it looks more polished. Remember at the very beginning when I said mistake number 3 is one almost every woman has been doing for decades without realizing it? Here it is. Matte products have long been associated with a sophisticated, put-together look. Matte lips, matte foundation, matte eyeshadow. And for younger skin, that logic holds up because younger skin naturally has its own glow and dewiness underneath. But mature skin has already lost most of that natural luminosity. So when you layer matte products on top of skin that is already lacking moisture and radiance, you do not get polished. You get flat. And flat skin reads as tired, dull, and yes, older. This does not mean you need to walk around looking like a disco ball. Nobody is suggesting that. What it means is that a very strategic, very intentional placement of soft glow or sheen in the right places can make your entire face look lifted, awake, and alive in a way that matte simply cannot deliver. A little luminous highlighter on the tops of your cheekbones. A satin finish lip color instead of a flat matte one. A slightly dewy foundation base instead of a full matte formula. These are small things. But the cumulative effect is a face that looks refreshed, healthy, and naturally radiant rather than one that looks heavy or one-dimensional. The goal for women over 60 is not to eliminate shine. The goal is to look like your skin is happy. And happy skin glows. Real quick, we are halfway through and I need to know something. Is any of this hitting home for you? Because I see women in our community share these moments of realization all the time. And it is honestly one of my favorite things about this space. If you are learning something new today, do me a small favor and drop a comment below. Tell me which mistake surprised you the most so far. I read every single comment, and I love hearing from you. And if you have a friend, a sister, a neighbor, anyone over 60 who you think deserves to know this, please share this video with them. You could genuinely change the way she sees herself in the mirror. And that is a beautiful gift to give someone. Also, if you have not liked this video yet, go ahead and tap that like button right now. It helps more women just like you find this channel and this community, and it truly means the world to us. Now let us keep going because we have 2 more mistakes and they are both ones you are not going to want to skip. Mistake number 4. Applying blush too low on the face. Blush placement is something that changes completely as your face structure shifts with age. And yet most women are still applying it exactly the same way they did at 35. The traditional advice has always been to smile and apply blush to the apples of your cheeks. And while that can look lovely in photos, on mature skin it actually pulls the eye downward. And anything that pulls the eye downward on your face visually drops your features, making you look heavier and more aged than you are. What works instead is applying your blush higher. Think of the area just beneath the outer corner of your eye and sweep it gently upward and outward toward your temples. This upward direction does something quite remarkable. It mimics the lifted, sculpted look that comes naturally to younger faces, drawing the eye upward and giving the whole face a more awake, refreshed energy. The texture of your blush matters here too. A cream blush on mature skin tends to melt into the skin more naturally than a powder blush, which can sometimes settle into fine lines and look patchy over time. If you have been using powder blush for years and feel like it never quite looks the way you want it to, switching to a cream formula might be the simple fix you have been searching for. And when it comes to color, soft warm tones like peach, soft coral, and warm rose tend to be incredibly flattering on mature skin because they add warmth and life to the complexion rather than making it look cool or washed out. Mistake number 5. Ignoring your lip line because you think it is too much effort. This last one is perhaps the gentlest on the list, but do not let that fool you because the impact it has is anything but small. As we age, the lips naturally lose their definition. The border between the lip and the surrounding skin becomes softer and less distinct. And when you apply lipstick or lip color without any definition, it tends to bleed, feather, and disappear very quickly, leaving you with a look that fades unevenly and needs constant reapplication. Many women skip lip liner altogether because it feels old-fashioned, or because they worry about looking overdone. But here is the thing. Modern lip liner is not about the obvious dark outlined lip look of the past. That is not what we are talking about at all. What we are talking about is using a lip liner in a shade that is very close to your natural lip color, or your lipstick shade, to simply re-establish the boundary of your lip before you apply color. Just a soft, clean line that gives your lip color something to hold on to. This one small step keeps your color in place significantly longer, gives your lips back that youthful definition, and makes even the most affordable lip color look like it costs twice as much. Pair this with a lip color that has some moisture in it, a satin finish, a tinted lip balm, or a hydrating lipstick formula, and your lips will look fuller, softer, and more defined with very little effort and very little money spent. And there you have it. 5 makeup mistakes that are incredibly common, quietly aging, and completely fixable starting today. Let us do a quick recap because I want these to stay with you. Mistake 1. Starting with foundation before properly hydrating your skin. Mistake 2. Drawing your brows as a solid line instead of building them with soft hair-like strokes. Mistake 3. Using matte everything when your skin actually needs luminosity to look alive. Mistake 4. Applying blush too low when sweeping it upward is what actually lifts the face. And mistake 5. Skipping your lip liner and letting your lip color do all the work alone. None of these fixes are complicated. None of them require a shopping spree. They just require a small shift in the way you approach your routine, and the results speak for themselves. You deserve to look in that mirror and feel genuinely beautiful. Not because of what society says beauty looks like at 60, but because of what you see looking back at you when your skin is glowing, your features are defined, and everything about your face says I am here, I am well, and I am radiant. That is what this channel is about. That is what you deserve every single day. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, leave a comment telling me which tip you are trying first, and share it with someone who needs to see it today. Subscribe to Timeless Glow Club if you have not already, because we have so much more coming your way. Budget-friendly beauty, timeless style, and real tips for real women. Until next time, keep glowing beautiful. We will see you in the next one.